am
Surprise!
Hello. Happy birthday.
How are you guys?
How are you? Bye.
Happy birthday to you.
Wait, we have two other birthday people here. Jeff, come on.
Me?
Beth. And number two son was insulted.
I'm not really insulted. I thought it was funny.
And, you know, like Charlie Chan, you know, the number one son and the number two son, I just want them to know that Jeff was older and we were young. It was certainly not the second in my, you know, feel that way at all. So this whole party, the whole party started when Beth said to me, when was it? Last fall, I think. She said, I'm flying in from California to surprise Daddy. And I said, that's really great. And so that's how this whole thing evolved. Jeff lives in Brooklyn, so that was an easy ride. Ariana, our daughter-in-law, has been in New York for this whole year. So, and she's been coming back and forth with Jeff, so that wasn't. Then it was how to get David here. But we were visiting in Colorado this winter, as everybody knows, and we talked about that. Donna and Axel is finishing up school. Lexi is finishing her second year, so she couldn't come. So that's how the whole thing came about, and we're really thrilled that our nephews and, well, first my brother, the sister, and our nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews were all able to come, and our cousin and our friends. We're just thrilled that you're here. So I have...
Wait a minute. I just want to point out that Ariana is our granddaughter.
What did I say? I always say the
Daughter-in-law.
wrong thing. I always say that. I don't know why. It's so ridiculous. Sorry. Our granddaughter, sorry. That's right. The only one who's missing is Arthur's twin brother. We're sad that he's not here. But you can see his picture. There's also a video that I'd love you all to look at. Maybe we'll move it up. It's back there. Maybe we'll move it up. So I'm going to make my little speech. I promised that I wouldn't make it a poem. So it's not a poem. This is my Renaissance man author. So you think that Leonardo da Vinci was the ultimate Renaissance man? Think again. Arthur Rosen tops him by a long shot. He is the modern Renaissance man with an encyclopedic mind. I always say there is nothing that Arthur cannot do. Well, there are a few things that he hasn't mastered, such as dancing, although he did take waltz lessons before our wedding, but he couldn't stop counting. 1, 2, 3, and then we took disco lessons later. Bonnie and Alvin will attest to that, and Bonnie. Ice skating, not too good at ice skating. He might have permanently damaged a fellow skater at the Concord when he bumped into him. Spelling, also not too good. Thank goodness for spell check, and he hasn't mastered bridge. However, look at what he can do. He's a talented painter, an expert carver, a master chef, a superb sculptor, an inventive decorator, an opera aficionado, and he can fix anything. We keep electricians and plumbers at bay. If he put his mind to it, he could probably build an entire house. Stephen, our son-in-law, knew that Arthur could sew, so he once brought over a pile of slacks for Arthur to alter. Ariana has commissioned him to make a painting for her. And over the years, all of the kids and grandchildren have asked for his advice and help with many projects. Donna asks him for financial advice, and he's always happy to comply. Arthur is a wonderful father. He took Beth to have her ears pierced and to buy her lucite high-heeled shoes when that was all the rage, and I wouldn't buy them for her. He traveled with Jeff to look at colleges and drove him to his debate tournaments. And he accompanied Alvin Edelstein to the ER when Jeff had his infamous skateboard accident. He was there for David when he went to Cornell for his interview for law school, and then to Albany when he was sworn in. He also tended to David's finger when David was whittling a piece of wood, and he whittled his finger instead. Arthur never missed a back-to-school evening for all of our kids, from kindergarten through grade 12, nor a parents' weekend at college, and followed up through with visiting Ari and Lexi at college. He takes great pleasure in his grandchildren's activities and accomplishments. He braved the weather watching Ariana play soccer, sat for many hours beaming when Lexi danced her heart out during recitals, and loves to listen to Axel play the piano and trumpet, as well as practices Mandarin at Chinese school. Arthur cried when Ariana called to tell us that she was admitted to medical school. A real softy at heart and a very proud poppy. He also exercises his bragging rights for his accomplished nieces and nephews and grands, and is the proud brother of Judy and Fred and Marcy and Eli. Marcy, now you can pass him off as your older brother.
Yes.
And I know how much he misses his other half, Bob, and wishes he could be here with him today. As a husband, there is no equal. He listens to my every plaint patiently. He's the calm to my sometimes frenetic self. For this, I'm very grateful. And Arthur is a true gentleman in every sense of the word. And now, along with all of you, I wish my best friend and my loving partner in life many, many more happy and healthy birthdays.
Thank you all for coming to celebrate with me. The only thing is the gists are missing, but except for them, you know the gist, the oncologist, the optometrist. I have a long, long list of them that are very close to me. I see them regularly. But I'm very happy that you've all come. And I'm happy that my wife is so dedicated to secret arrangements, which has made this weekend wonderful. Thank you.
That Suzanne didn't have. It's short. Arthur started out as a Silk City expert. He knew his materials from textiles to any kind of shirt. As an artist, sculptor, or woodcarver, he has no peer. Our fireplace bronze causes everyone to cheer. The carousel in Pittsfield is beyond belief. He started sculpting the horse's ass, but ended up as chief. He provides everyone with very good advice, saving us from repaying a repairman an unfair price. His familiarity of culture cannot be beat. His knowledge of the opera helps us find performances a treat. He pursued Suzanne as a confident young man. Without her, he couldn't accomplish many a plan. He's a poppy and a dad without compare. He and Suzanne make the perfect pair. Arthur at age 80 is someone to behold. He is a brother-in-law to us, worth his weight in gold.
This is repetitive because Suzanne stole my thunder. We think alike because we came, we're both sister and brother. Anyway, Arthur is a multi-talented man, and I would go a step further in calling him a Renaissance man. The term refers to anyone who is clever at many things. This puts him in a class with Albert Einstein and Ben Franklin, according to my Google search. It is almost impossible to enumerate all of his talents. Suffice it to say that whenever I need expert information, anything from the mundane to what may be required in the new digital age, I first turn to Arthur. His business acumen is well known to us all, but equally impressive is his judgment and wise political leanings. I think he's a liberal Democrat, is that right?
That's right.
Oh, good. That's good. While I appreciate all the help he has offered to the family, his influence is felt even wider. His capable advice to his local municipality, his work for the blind, which so nobly he did along with Sue, and his outstanding contribution to the town, to the completed carousel, are things that make him a standout. He now at 80 has achieved a certain maturity, and I notice that he's become even wiser with age and has given up certain activities. He no longer installs large jacuzzis in his home as he did when living in Otis. Transporting the tub from Brooklyn to Otis and fitting exactly in the chosen space required great strength and eye-hand coordination. Able assistance was provided by Jeffrey. I have been privileged to know him since he began courting my kid sister a few years back. I feel fortunate that it all worked out and they married. It was certainly to my benefit because I found a brother-in-law without equal. Let's toast Arthur to many more happy years.
First. But this business about 80. He's my baby brother and I'm not 80 yet, so how he's 80, it's ridiculous. But I'll go along with the gag because it's a good excuse for a good party, so that I like. I looked at this board of his background there, and I noticed immediately that there's one missing. Those of you who don't know him as long as I've known him may not realize that he was once the keeper of the snake pit in Kent. And no honor is is really greater than humorous. Your intellect, your art talents, and your other talents, I am in awe of, and I expect you to keep them up for many years. My only regret is that we're not celebrating Bob's 80th birthday.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.